Hi, I'm Hans Stephenson from Dakota Angler and Outfitter, and right now we're going to tie a tungsten pine squirrel leech. It's got a tungsten bead on a size 8 1260 Daiichi hook, and I'm going to start with some black thread, wrap to the back, get to the back, trim off the excess, take a little chunk of a pine squirrel zonker, tie in our tail, we'll take another chunk of pine squirrel, a longer chunk, tie that in right where the tail went in. That's a good 6-7 inch long piece. Now for some contrast, I like doing this with these fur leeches. I like to tie in an underbody of crystal chenille, or in this case Estaz. I'm going to do red. I'm going to wrap to the front of the hook, up behind my bead, and wrap an underbody fairly thick of Estaz. We'll trim off the excess. I gotta tie it down first, but tie it down and then we'll trim off the excess Estaz. Fluff that up a little bit. Now what we'll do is we'll take our pine squirrel and I'm gonna wrap it through like it's a hackle. Try to not crush all of your fibers down on your Estaz. Let some of those bleed through, and then when you get up to the bead, you're going to trim or tie off your squirrel. Now what's cool about this is you get kind of a fur hackle that's got the Estaz in between, so that when this fly opens up in the water you get a glimpse of that flash underneath. And so you can mess around with the colors that you do. And the squirrel works nice because it's a thinner style zonker than a rabbit zonker. If you do a rabbit zonker, I have for bigger flies, I'll do the rabbit fur in a dubbing loop and then wind it as a hackle through the Estaz, and then the Estaz shows up. But it gives just a little bit of color to that fly and a little bit of flash. And this fly is a great fly, especially right now as the waters are a little bit high and off color. You find yourself even on some of our smaller trout streams fishing streamers and woolly buggers, and I just love the way that hair moves when it's wet. So you get that little bit of red in there mixed with the black, or you can do olives and reds or olives and blacks, but you get whatever color you want to accentuate on the underbody. You wrap that Estaz first and then wrap the hair through it. So that's a tungsten Estaz squirrel hair leech. Should come up with a better name for that, but it's been really good. Caught quite a few fish on this this past weekend on Box Elder Creek. So tie some of these up and you'll be catching fish in these runoff streams. Again, I'm Hans Stephenson from Dakota Angler and Outfitter. We just finished tying a squirrel tungsten leech.